What's up, Fin fans? Josh Clough from the Cleaver Podcast here, giving you guys some information on the Dolphins for the past 2 to 3 days, starting the OTAs. Just some of the signings and cuttings, and some of the injuries report and what's going on, and then I'll be talking about a little bit about the Jets later on. So, start off, the Dolphins did cut two players today. One of them is Isaac Atista, however you pronounce it. I never really fully learned how to pronounce it. He was cut today, due mainly probably for the fact that he's been injured and hasn't been playing a lot of snaps. Also, they cut another offensive lineman named Kirk Barnon. He was a center, so they cut two offensive linemen today, but they did sign two more. They signed Tony Adams, who's also a center, so kind of a replacement there, and then Kyle Fuller, who's the guard. So they kind of they cut the two guys, but they brought in two new guys. So Brian Flores is still trying to mix in with the competition. Although I've said previously we do have four rookie offensive linemen, so I know that he's going to start. Eventually he's going to start weaving their way in and just see where the offensive line kind of where it stands, where it's going to take off. Whatnot. They also signed Nate Orchard, who's a linebacker, so helping out. Linebacker was pretty weak for us, although we do have two young guys who can possibly take off. But this is a different system. This is Adam Gase. This is Brian Flores. He's going to pick the best 53 men to be on this roster. So and everyone's fighting for their playing time. They're fighting for a roster spot. They might get traded away. We don't really know what's going to happen. We're still 2 months away until preseason, so we're gonna ride it off. Ride it out. Also, the Dolphins did put Ricardo Lewis on IR. He was a wide receiver that we brought in from the Browns during the free agency, so meaning he probably won't be playing for the first half of the season. Don't know when he's going to play, so which hurts because he did okay with the Cleveland Browns despite playing with a rookie quarterback with Baker Mayfield in an area where they didn't really have many good wide receivers. So hopefully he heals up and we can get him on the field sooner than later. Some other news, Rashad Jones, you guys will probably already know it. He is absent from the voluntary training camps. Brian Flores has talked to him. It's going to stay between them. It's voluntary. It's nothing personal. I mean, he's one of the highest paid, not the highest paid, but he is up there for safeties. He's making his money. He's probably not trying to get injured. I don't really know, but he should be at mandatory minicamp on June 4th, so nothing to worry about there. During the OTAs, all that stuff going on the last couple of days. Albert Wilson has been missing. He's probably still recovering from the injury that he got last year. Cordea Tankersley is also out. He has not been practicing. He's still recovering from his injury. And then same thing as Chase Allen, the backup middle linebacker. He's also have not been practicing either. Two new injuries did spike the Dolphins. Raquan McMillan, he has been sidelined for the during the voluntary workouts, and so is newly tight end Dwayne Allen. He has also not been practicing either. Although good news for Jakeem Grant, he is practicing, so hopefully he will be out there by mandatory minicamp and probably be playing in the preseason. He is a he is a small wide receiver, but he's very speedy, and he's kind of like a small version of Jarvis Landry. So, but he will be fighting for his 53-man roster. We do have a lot of competition on this team this year, so everyone is fighting for their job. So that's just some of the stuff going around for the Dolphins right now. Who we cut and who we got, who's injured, whatnot. Now, moving on to the second part. If yesterday you guys probably saw the Jets fired their GM, and they have promoted Adam Gase as their interim GM. What does this mean? This is a big deal for the Jets for the fact that Matt Gannon, I don't know how to truly 100% pronounce his name. That's the best I'm going to go. Um, he brought in all the free agents for the Jets. He drafted everyone for the Jets, just in them to get a couple weeks after the draft, shoot him out. Apparently, there's been a feud between him and Adam Gase, which honestly, Adam Gase had no right. You're the brand new head coach of the team. He's been a veteran. He's in there for a while. Reports been showing that Gase is very power hungry. He kind of like they put it in a Game of Thrones style. He's rising to the top. He wants to be king. He wants to, this is his team and his team only, which really ruined him in the Miami Dolphins. They gave him so much power, and he produced a 23-25 record, one playoff appearance, no playoff wins. So, and made some very head scratching moves with the Jay Cutler and trading away Jay Ajayi and getting rid of Namakasu. All those like different things started piling up. So we don't really know where the Jets are standing at. They do have a lot of alpha dogs where Adam Gase does not like. So Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson, those type of guys. So we don't. This is good for us. The Jets are dysfunctional. They don't know what they're doing. This is big. The Jets may not even do anything next year. We could get 2 easy wins against them, and they're no threat. So we don't know where the Jets are at right now. The Jets are going to go after a new GM. The question is, where does Adam Gase stand for power? If he is controlling all things, it's good for us because he will crash down and burn. He might have that good rookie year or second year, don't know, but it will not pan out the greatest for him. And the only reason he's there is because of Sam Darnold. It's not the fact that he's a great coach or whatnot. They only did it because they think he is the offensive guru because he coached Peyton Manning, which really Peyton Manning needed no coach to begin with. He's taking credit for a Peyton Manning good year or a good couple of years, but in reality, this guy kind of stinks. I mean, he couldn't win with Jay Cutler, Ryan Tannehill, Brock Osweiler, any of these guys. So it is what it is. So that's going on with the Jets. They are interviewing a guy. I think they did have a guy in mind, but the other thing on top of that is the new ownership is the Suns. They don't really know what they're doing either. So, like I said, they're all dysfunctional. They don't know what they're doing. The Jets are going to crash and burn this year. So that's good for us. But do keep an eye on the Jets because if anything clicks, it could be bad for us. But as of right now, we're probably going to get 2 easy wins against them, and they are going to be no threat to us at all. So that's your news for the Dolphins and a little bit on the Jets. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day running into the weekend. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for your time.